Have you ever heard of a real-life superhero? Well, get ready to meet Samson, one of the most incredible figures from the Bible. His story isn't just about bulging muscles. It's about promises, betrayal, and amazing second chances. It all started before Samson was even born. An angel told his parents that their son would be special, a Nazarite, set apart for God. He was given a simple but very important rule: never, ever cut his hair. You see, his long hair wasn't just a style choice. It was the visible sign of his incredible strength, a gift directly from God. As a baby, he looked like any other, but as he grew, it became clear he was anything but ordinary. As a young man, Samson's strength was legendary. Imagine being so strong you could take on a roaring lion with just your bare hands and win. That's exactly what Samson did. His power was a shock to his enemies, the Philistines. On one occasion, he single-handedly defeated an entire army using nothing but the jawbone of a donkey. It seemed like nothing could stop him. With every victory, his fame grew, and his enemies grew more desperate. They knew they couldn't beat him in a fair fight. They needed to find his weakness, and his strength was directly tied to the promise he kept with God. As long as his hair remained uncut, his power was limitless. But every hero story has a turning point. For Samson, that turning point was a woman named Delilah. The Philistine leaders saw their chance. They went to Delilah and offered her a huge amount of silver if she could discover the secret to Samson's incredible power. Delilah agreed. 3 times she tried to trick Samson into revealing his secret, and 3 times he lied to her, easily breaking free from the trap she set. But Delilah was persistent. She kept pleading, crying, and wearing him down until finally, Samson gave in. He told her everything, that his strength was a gift from God, symbolized by his long, uncut hair. That night, as Samson slept with his head in her lap, Delilah called in a man to shave off the 7 braids of his hair. The moment the last lock of hair fell to the floor, Samson's strength vanished. He was just an ordinary man. When he awoke to the cry, "The Philistines are upon you, Samson," he tried to fight back as he always had, but his power was gone. He didn't even realize at first that the Spirit of the Lord had left him. His enemies, who once trembled at the mere mention of his name, easily captured him. They blinded him and forced him to grind grain in a prison, a humiliating end for the once mighty champion of Israel. But this isn't where Samson's story ends. Locked away in the darkness of the prison, something began to happen. Day by day, week by week, his hair started to grow back, and as his hair grew, so did his faith. Samson had made a huge mistake, but he turned back to God. He prayed. He asked for forgiveness. He knew his true strength never really came from his hair, but from his connection to God. The Philistines decided to have a massive celebration in the temple of their god, Dagon, to gloat over their victory. They brought the blind Samson out to be mocked by the thousands of people gathered there. Leaning against the 2 central pillars that supported the entire temple, Samson prayed one last, desperate prayer. He asked God, "Sovereign Lord, remember me. Please, God, strengthen me just one more time." Feeling a surge of power return to his body, Samson placed his hands on the 2 massive pillars. With a final, mighty push, he brought the entire temple crashing down, defeating more of his enemies in his death than he had in his entire life. Samson's story is a powerful reminder. We all make mistakes, sometimes big ones. We might feel weak or like we've failed. But just like Samson, if we turn back to God, He can give us the strength to overcome our biggest challenges and still use us for a great purpose. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like and subscribe for more.